Apple is working overtime to patch up a major bug. It is called the DYLD and reportedly affects people's desktop and laptop computers.
And now many are questioning how secure Apple's operating systems are. CNET tech reporter Bridget Carey is here now to talk a little bit about this. There are two bugs, right, Bridget?
Right.
And I mean, that's pretty shocking for a lot of people because
Apple.
Apple, because people like Apple because it seems more secure. Tell us about these bugs.
Well, for starters, these two bugs, there are different levels of worry, I would say. For one, you can download something, and the bad part about it is that it gets into your computer and does commands as if you're an administrator without needing your password. So that's not good. How do you get it? By downloading something. Watch what you're downloading. If something looks a little shady, take your time and step back a bit. Now, Apple says this is something that's going to be patched in the next update, so keep a look for that. And the second bug is a little more disastrous if you get it, but it's harder to catch. This is something that infects the firmware. This is underneath the operating system. Wow. So if you're in your operating system, you can't just delete a bad file. This is something that you can't get to unless you know how to take the computer apart and reprogram the chips. Some experts have said if you get this, you might as well just throw out your computer. Now, it's a worm that spreads by infecting something that you plug in through something called the Thunderbolt connection. So that's what makes it hard to catch. You need to put something in your computer that's already infected. Here's what I would say. If you want to buy something like an Ethernet connector, an adapter, don't buy something cheap off eBay in case someone out there is being malicious and infecting it with the virus, and then you download something cheap from an unknown source and then you get it. Just buy accessories from Apple or trusted retailers.
So, as Anne-Marie points out, Apple has been trusted because they typically didn't get these kinds of bugs. Are they losing the bit of the battle with Windows, or
You know, it's almost like being a victim of your own success. Now that Apple is so popular, we've seen lots of attacks against Apple products. I mean, this year alone, there's been 5 or 6 really big attacks on iPhones or Macs. It's something that years ago you used to always hear worms hitting Windows.
Right.
And what Microsoft did...
Because they're ubiquitous. Those PCs are ubiquitous,
right? And what Microsoft did to combat that is that they have regular updates on Tuesdays, once a month. Perhaps Apple may want to get into a schedule or do things, you know, to kind of encourage these researchers to be rewarded when they find bugs.